My name is Simon Ferguson. I'm the UK and Ireland Managing Director for Travelport, global distribution system. I think the challenge for the industry in a wider sense is that it appears in the eyes of the leisure and the business traveller to become less relevant. So consumers, we're all consumers, think that they can do things themselves better than working with some of the travel brands that they've worked with in the past. That's a challenge. It's also a challenge for suppliers, so hotels and airlines who have consumers again wanting to deal directly with them and do things directly with them, which fundamentally they're not set up to do. So a consumer goes to an airline website and they don't just expect to be able to book that airline's own flights. They want to be able to interline, as we call it. They want to be able to connect via a low-cost carrier flight, and they want to be able to book a hotel. And the reality is that that consumer expectation is moving very quickly and is wider than both the suppliers and some of the travel brands and the intermediaries can keep up with. So for us, it's critical that we provide the tools for travel brands to be able to do that. So, for example, through the Travelport system, for the first time, if you're a tour operator or a travel management company or a travel agent, you will at the end of this year be able to search low-cost airline content alongside scheduled airline content, and you'll be able to put hotels together with that in a really, really seamless way. So we're also investing heavily in the point of sale experience. So our Smart Point application, for example, is a graphical interface which sits on top of our distribution system, and that allows people who are using the Travelport system to be able to access the travel content they need 5 times quicker than if they were doing it in a normal way. So I think through investing in those type of tools, the industry as a whole can keep up with customer demand, and what that will drive eventually is consumers will realise that intermediaries, tour operators, travel agents, online travel agents are actually, for many of their demands, the best way of getting access to the content that they want. And I think that's good for those brands. Clearly it's good for the consumer, and it's good for suppliers fundamentally, because it allows them to add value. Travellers are absolutely as knowledgeable, more knowledgeable in some instances than the sales consultants, let's call them that they're interfacing with in the call centre, in a retail travel environment, or the website that they're interfacing with. So, and it's difficult for travel companies to close that gap. What you can do though is you can make sure that the experience that customer has in the call centre, in the retail environment, on the website is quick and is effective and has a range of experiences which they'd want. So I may know more about you from a travel point of view, but the service that you've delivered me, the experience of researching that trip, putting it together, has been more effective with you than if I was doing that on my iPad at home. Absolutely. Time is money. The Harvard Business Review did a study recently where they benchmarked what makes companies best of breed in their markets. So what makes Tesco the best food retailer in the world, what makes Apple the best consumer electronics company. And there were a lot of different factors, but the commonality, the one common thing which best of breed companies had in all sectors was their staff are on average 5 times more productive than their competitors. So in a travel sense, if we can make salespeople, customer service people in travel brands 5 times more efficient, then they'll deliver a better service to their consumers. They'll be able to sell a wider range of product. They'll be able to make the consumer's journey quicker. So earlier this year, we launched something called Smart Point, which is an application which speeds up the processes in which people in call centres in retail travel environments can search travel content on behalf of their customers. And that has delivered up to 75% efficiency savings for our customers in the UK who've deployed Smart Point. And it's that type of innovation which I think is critical if travel brands are going to meet the needs of the changing consumer that they have approaching them today.